Why does 1920s and 30s singer Annette Hanshaw still inspire such a cult following? She lacks the intensity of Bessie Smith, and the swing of Billie Holiday, not to mention a tragic story like theirs. Instead, she was born into a very well-to-do family and lived a long life after her retirement from music. Is it the great musicians in her backing bands? Certainly they include some of the finest of the day: Eddie Lang, Adrian Rollini, Benny Goodman, the Dorsey brothers. Or maybe it's her cute publicity photos, evoking the glamour of days gone by. I hope we aren't quite so superficial. One of the secrets of Annette Hanshaw's appeal lies in her musical understatement. She was one of the first singers to develop an intimacy through the use of new recording technology. While previous singers have required big voices for the stage and acoustic recordings, Hanshaw was able to effect a casual, familiar style. Bing Crosby achieved similar results, but Hanshaw beat him to it. Annette Hanshaw was one of the first cool singers, in the sense that she never seemed to be trying too hard. Most historians have treated Annette Hanshaw as a pop singer, but I think she ticks all the jazz singer boxes. She varies the melody through improvisation, phrases rhythmically, and makes use of blue notes and scatting. She said herself that she loved jamming with the musicians, and that she disliked commercial aspects of the music business intensely. She complained about becoming nervous when performing, and this explains the occasional lapse in her pitch or catch in her voice, although many find these qualities endearing. Here's a transcription of her final chorus on I've Got a Feeling I'm Falling. I've included the original melody above so that you can compare the two. Her new melody incorporates additional lyrics and some interesting harmonic choices.
I'm flying high up in the sky, but I've got a funny feeling that I'm falling, falling for nobody else but you. And you know it too, you caught my eye, and baby that's why I've got a funny feeling that I'm falling. Show me the ring and oh boy, I'll take it from you. I used to travel single, oh we chanced to mingle, oh now I'm a tingle over you. Oh Mr. Paulson, stand by, don't leave me now. I've got a feeling I'm falling, and how, falling for nobody else but you.
Here's another example from You're the One I Care For, in which she hots things up in the last chorus. Notice how much her new variation relies on eighth notes in the manner of a horn player.
Oh, you're the one and all, the only one. I hope you care just a little bit for me. Baby, don't you love me? I keep wondering all day through. Gee, but I love to do things for you. I got a feeling, sort of feeling round me. I gotta have you somehow. My dreams are all about you, just you. It seems that nobody else will do. I hope that you feel the same way too about me. You're the one that I care for. You're the one and so therefore I hope you care for me. That's all.
And listen to her blue notes in the final chorus of Who's That Knocking at My Door? She isn't as moving as the best blues singers, but she's certainly leaning on the pitch for effect.
Oh my, oh me, yes I'm having company. Who's that knocking at my door? See the time, it's 8 o'clock, sounds like a familiar knock. Who's that knocking at my door? I know it can't be the milkman, the gas man, the bread man who always collects. I hope that it isn't that butter and egg man who writes out those checks. If it's my sweet used to be, gonna lock him in, lose the key. Who's that knocking at my door?
Here she is, scatting breezily through the breaks in the bridge on That's You, Baby.
Who's that sitting party? Why, that's you, oh baby. Do 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 do.
In the relaxed girl next door sound of That's You Baby, we've just heard one of Hanshaw's key stylistic approaches. But she was also extremely proficient at modifying her voice to match other material. Listen to Hanshaw's Helen Kane impression on Button Up Your Overcoat. This baby talk style of singing was hugely popular at the time, even though it sounds kinda creepy today. Hanshaw is genuinely entertaining, however, especially with her new lyrics.
Button up your overcoat when the wind is free. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Now when you start the traffic cop, better use diplomacy. Oh, take very good care of yourself, you belong to me. Steer clear of frozen ponds, ooh, stocks and bonds, ooh, peroxide blonde, ooh, you'll get a pain and ruin your bankroll. Take the spoon out of your cup when you're drinking tea. Better take very good care of yourself, you belong to me. He's got life insurance now.
As if these two styles weren't different enough, now here's Hanshaw's serious style on My Sin. Her deeper tone and incorporation of spoken phrases create an air of resigned despair that is affectingly authentic.
My sin was loving you and yielding to your charm. Your sin was holding me and folding me in your arms. Your sin is over now, I guess. You found your happiness and your love is over too. But my sin is just the same. I'm still in love with you.
Annette Hanshaw is unlikely to have written the arrangements used at her sessions, but she had experience demonstrating sheet music, so her reading skills were definitely good enough for arrangers to give her more to do than simply sing a chorus or two. In fact, it's notable just how often she directly interacts with the instrumentalists, a clear sign she was highly regarded and trusted by the musicians with whom she worked. Here she is answering the trumpet phrases on Am I Blue?
As blue as the sky blue, you're wondering why to these tears in these eyes, telling you no one feels like I do. Boo, 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 boo. Each plan with my man done fell through.
And on I Don't Know Why, she not only duets with Benny Goodman's clarinet, but takes the harmony part to his lead.
I don't know why I love you like I do. I don't know why I just do. I don't know why you thrill me like you do. I don't know why you just do. You never seem to want my romancing. The only time you hold me is when we're dancing. Oh, I don't know why I love you like I do. I don't know why, I just do.
Hanshaw also wrote her own lyrics, sometimes for comedic effect as we heard already, but also for variety in the arrangement. Listen to her original lyrics on the final chorus of I Get the Blues When It Rains.
I get the blues when it rains. I lose my rouge when it rains. Each little drop puts the shine right on my nose. Each taxi cab splashes mud on my silk hose. Nowhere to go in the rain, and card playing gives me a pain. I haven't got a fella, not even an umbrella. Oh, I get the blues when it rains.
It's generally overlooked that Annette Hanshaw was good enough on both piano and ukulele to accompany herself on her records. Sadly, these were not skills young women were usually encouraged to develop at the time. In fact, it's difficult to even know for sure which records Hanshaw plays piano on, as discographers seem to disagree, perhaps not believing she could have played so well. But here she is playing rhythmic ukulele on One Sweet Letter from You.
Oh dear, how I need one sweet letter from you. How I'd love to read one sweet letter from you. You know that you left me so worried and blue. I always keep singing, what'll I do?
Bessie Smith's voice inspires awe in a way Annette Hanshaw's never does. Billie Holiday's swing is peerless. The Boswell sisters demonstrate a dizzying harmonic and structural complexity that's all their own. And yet, there's something richly rewarding about Annette Hanshaw's recordings too, especially as one becomes more and more familiar with them. Perhaps the smaller scale of her performances somehow matches better with the experiences in our own little lives. When they gave Annette Hanshaw the nickname the Personality Girl, it wasn't because she had a big personality, but because we get to know her. Other singers seem to sing at us from the stage, but Hanshaw sits down beside us.
I've heard it intimated, if you were syndicated, you'd be appreciated more, baby. But this is my reaction, addition and subtraction have proven to a fraction. I love you. Take a little honey and a smile so sunny. Who's a little honey? That's you, baby. Take a bunch of sweetness and a lot of neatness. Who's that bunch of sweetness? That's you, baby. You are perfection to a T. After inspection, I can see you for me. Take a bashful baby and a little maybe. Who's a little baby? That's you. Who's that certain party? Why, that's you, oh baby. Do 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 do. Who's that handsome devil? Why, that's you. I do want that do ba. I want that do.